He can set traps. He can use his legs to move around a little bit and wait for the right spot, the right entry point to come in with a dangerous guy. He can do it all, and he can figure it out on the fly with the cerebral part I'm talking about.
Tank Davis,
he can set traps, he can use his legs to move around a little bit and wait for the right spot, the right entry point to come in with a dangerous guy. He can do it all. And he can figure it out on the fly with the cerebral part. One talking about Tank Davis has once again set the boxing world on talks. And this time it's not even fight we Tank recently posted videos of him looking well-shredded, muscles popping, shoulders broad, and not a hint of off-season softness in sight.
Again, they pick and choose, so it is what it is. And again, the media like to hate him too. So, you know, I'm going to catch a lot of that backlash too. I mean, it is. I ain't really studying that too much. I'm not worried about narrative. I'm worried about what I can do in the ring.
All right, brother.
I don't care about no belts, no money, or nothing. Just put them in front of me, and I show you that I'm better than that next person. His physical condition alone has the pros talking and maybe coming to the conclusion that this fight might be tougher for Roach.
Ready for 2 fights, but yes, and after I beat him the second time, I probably would ask the WBA to let me go up to 140 and fight.
Yeah, I mean, but again, they pick and choose, so it is what it is. And again, the media like to hate him too. So you know I'm going to catch a lot of that backlash too. But I mean, I ain't really stunning that too much. I'm not worried about narrative, I'm worried about what I can do. In the rank, All Right Brother, All Right, originally scheduled for December 14th in Houston, Texas, the clash with Lamont Roach had to be postponed due to a scheduling hiccup. Now it's set to go down at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. But while the fight date changed, one thing hasn't: boxing. Insiders are skeptical about whether Roach has any real shot against Davis. There's a rematch, close people, so get ready for 2 fights. But yes, and after I beat him the second time, I probably would ask the WBA to let me go up to 140 and fight. Rio fans may be hyped to see this matchup, but the pros are raising their eyebrows. They're watching Tank's videos and shaking their heads, wondering if Roach knows what he's stepping into 3 months out from Fight Night. Tank already looks like he could step into the ring tomorrow. Videos from his recent appearance show him looking locked in shoulders, thick arms carved, and his frame every bit the picture of power and focus form. For champion Sean Porter didn't hold back when he saw the clips. This isn't just good shape, this is I'm coming for a knockout shape. Tank is sending a message without even opening his mouth, and Porter isn't the only one taking.
In the beginning, people thought he was just a sick and destroy missile. They thought he was just a guy that got to you. And they thought that he would get over anxious. He don't get over anxious. He takes his time. He slowly closes those gaps. You know, inch by inch.
Music note: Teddy Atlas, known for his blunt, no fluff takes, chimed in with a warning. This is a guy who stays dangerous. You don't want to be the one facing Tank when he's this dialed in. Lamont Roach better have a plan, or maybe think about getting out while he can. Even among fans, the talk is all about how sharp Tank looks. Social media exploded with comments like Roach is in trouble and Tank's already in fight shape. But while the fans are excited, the experts are cautious. This isn't just a physical mismatch, it's a mental one too. The consensus among boxing fans is clear: Lamont Roach has guts. But guts alone don't win fights, especially not against someone like Gervonta Davis.
I'm not looking at Lamont the way that everybody else looks at Lamont. I know Lamont. I'm not. This ain't no Frank Martin. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. This is the real good fight.
He's deliberate. You know, a lot of times at the beginning, people thought he was just a sick of destroy missile. They thought he was just the guy that got to you, and they thought that he would get over ants. He don't get over actions. He takes his time. He slowly crosses closes those gaps. You know, inch by inch. Roach is no slouch. He's a skilled technical fighter with good defense and a solid chin, but even his biggest supporters can't ignore the glaring gap in experience and firepower. Take what Eddie Hearn had to say: look, Lamont's a good fighter, no question, but Tank is on another level. This isn't a step up for Roach, it's a leap, and that's where the danger comes in. And it's not just Hearn who's sounding the alarm. Hall of Famer Bernard Hopkins put it even more bluntly: there's no shame in admitting you're not ready. Tank isn't just a big puncher, he's smart, calculated, and ruthless. This isn't the kind of fight you take unless you're 100% sure you can win. Rowe might not even make it out of the first half of the fight.
My whole family's from DC. My whole family, like my entire family. Don't bring them. Don't bring them. For what? Don't bring them. I'm telling you, they gonna sell. Yeah, bring them. It's gonna be a party.
I'm not looking at Lamont the way that everybody else look at Lamont. Like, I know Lamont is a really good fighter. I'm not this ain't no Frank Martin. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, it's a real good fight for Lamont Roach. The stakes couldn't be higher. A win against Davis would make him an instant star, but a loss, especially a brutal one, could derail his career in a way that's hard to recover from. It's the kind of risk that has seasoned veterans shaking their heads. What makes Gervonta Davis so dangerous isn't just his punching power, though that's certainly a big part of it. It's the way he combines that power with precision, patience, and fight IQ. Tank doesn't just throw bombs, he sets traps, reads his opponents, and strikes with devastating accuracy.
When the people that are fighting, when they start talking, that's when y'all get dumb. I'm gonna beat his ass. Y'all talking. Y'all better be quiet.
When the people that who I fight, when they start talking, that's when why I'll get dumped by MMA. Beat his ass _ for be quiet. I don't give the change in venue adds an extra layer of intrigue to this fight. Moving from the Toyota Center in Houston to the Barclays Center in Brooklyn brings a different kind of energy. The Barclays Center is known for hosting electric boxing nights, and the New York crowd will be loud, passionate, and unapologetically honest. Veteran trainer Joe Gusson sees this as another edge for Davis. The atmosphere at the Barclays can be overwhelming if you're not used to it. Tank's been here before. He knows how to feed off that energy. Roach, he's stepping into unfamiliar territory, and that matters for Roach. The pressure will be immense. He's not just fighting Tank, he's fighting the crowd, the lights, and the weight of expectations, and for a fighter with less experience on this stage, that's a lot to handle. I'm beat. Applause is the question on everyone's mind isn't whether Tank is ready. He clearly is. The real question is whether Lamont Roach should be taking this fight at all. Many boxing insiders believe Roach has the talent to become a world champion someday, but they're not convinced this is the right fight at the right time. Andre Ward, who knows a thing or two about timing and boxing, summed it up. There's nothing wrong with taking your time and building up to a fight like this, but once you're in there with someone like Tank, there's no going back. Roach has to be absolutely sure this is the right move for him. Even Timothy Bradley, known for his toughness in the ring and the frequent comments on Tank, had his doubts. Tank is a guy who takes your confidence away before you even realize it. Roach has heart, but sometimes heart isn't enough. He's walking into a fight that could end badly for him.
Split scene
What do you think of the announcement of the Gervonta Davis Roach fight?
I think that, it's had a lot of criticism, but it's not a bad fight. Lamont Roach is a world champion. He's smaller than Gervonta Davis. The problem is, not many people are aware of who he is or his ability. But
what do you think of the announcement of the Gervonta Davis Roach fight? I think that he's had a lot of criticism, but it's not a bad fight. Lamont Roach is a world champion. He's smaller than Gervonta Davis. The problem is not many people are aware of who he is or his ability. But he can fight. Despite all the warnings, one thing is certain: this fight has people talking. The contrast in styles, the stakes for both fighters, and Tank's incredible shape have created a buzz that's hard to ignore. Whether Roach can rise to the challenge, or if Davis will deliver another highlight. Real Knockout March 1st is shaping up to be a night of drama and action for Gervonta Davis. This fight is a chance to remind the world why he's one of the most feared fighters in boxing. Got for a Tank twice. I lost both times. The first one was a little both they on YouTube. You can go watch them. Yeah, I got you. First one's a little fishy. The first one I fought him for Lamont Roach. It's an opportunity to shock the world and prove the doubters wrong. But if the pros are right, and they often are, this could be one of the most dangerous nights of Roach's career. Tank also recently shook the news again during the kickoff presser for his upcoming fight against Lamont Roach. The undefeated lightweight champion dropped a bombshell. 2024 will be his final year in the ring, with plans to fight 3 more times before retiring. Davis says he's ready to step away from the sport to focus on family and building his real estate portfolio.
I fought Tank twice. I lost both times. First was a little. No, both of them. They on YouTube. You can go watch it. Yeah, I got you. First one's a little fishy. Yeah, the first one.
Christmas wish list: 3 names that you want 2025. I say I won't say I won't. All right. Who this announcement has sparked a wave of reactions across the boxing community. While some fans and insiders see it as a smart move to protect his health and legacy, others are questioning whether Tank is exiting the game too soon, potentially leaving money and unification fights on the table. Legendary fighter Bernard Hopkins dived deeper into this, but with a different perspective. The Hall of Famer has thrown his full support behind Davis, praising the 30-0 southpaw as a generational talent who has already accomplished enough to earn a spot among boxing's greats. Still, even Hopkins couldn't help but wonder if this decision is truly final, or if the allure of the ring might pull Tank back in.
Christmas wish list: 3 names that you want for 2025.
Yeah, because the big one over here, but the body sound. And don't
Whoop his ass. I'm always looking for a knockout. No matter what, I'm always prepared for 12 rounds, but I'm always looking for a knockout. And if I get the chance, I'm going to try to knock his head off.
Whoop his ass. I'm always looking for a knockout. No matter what, I'm always prepared for 12 rounds. But I'm always looking for a knockout, and if I get the chance, I'm going to try to knock it out.